Right. Okay. So today it's a brand new day, and we got to look for something new. Okay. So in today's day, so we're gonna look about. Okay, I want to talk about support and resistance. Right. Yeah, we are going to talk about support and resistance. And so, like, want to know how do we draw our support and how do we draw our resistance carefully. Okay. So before entering for the market. Okay. So then we're going to focus about like you okay before you drawing support and resistance. What are the few key points you have to look about? Okay, so uh, at first before we draw support and resistance, you have to consider time frames. Okay, so which time frame we have to use? Okay, not that just you have to draw anyhow before that. Yes, you draw support and resistance, then you get for interest. No, not like that. So we have to follow the protocol. Okay, and then so already today's trade, so we are done checking our fundamental. Okay, so what I mean by fundamental already, okay, as I explained before, that fundamental probably we have two like types of what analysis. Alright, so there's fundamental and there's technical. Alright, so fundamental, like that's when we consider the through checking of news. Okay, which pair is being affected, okay, or the pair you're trading, is it affected by news? Okay, so you have to know that. And then a technical, so that's now when we come on chart. Okay, that's when we open our chart, then we begin analyzing market, okay, through drawing support and resistance, all and then other including many things. Okay, so today we are going to analyze the the GU, okay, GBP USD, okay, yeah, GBP USD, the British pound stroke the US dollar. Okay, so we want to know how today's market will be and how we have to analyze the market. Okay, so we said we want to use support and resistance. Okay, so we want to show you how we draw support and resistance. So at first we begin with the highest time frame. Okay, so we begin with 4 hour, then we scale down to 1 hour, then probably our intro will be on 15. That's where we shall get our interest from. Okay, so let's go to our 4 hour time frame. Okay, then we first erase all these things. Okay, yeah, we erase all these things away. Right, so let's go to our 4 hour time frame and see what's happening there in 4 hour. Okay, so let me first erase everything, not to get confused, because we say that whenever you're having very many things on your chart, it can probably confuse beginners in the market. Okay, so let me erase everything, then we'll begin from scratch. Okay, all right. Okay, so I think I'm done. Sorry. Okay, so let me remove everything. All right, so here we're in 4 hour time frame. Right, so we are in 4 hour time frame. Okay, so alright, so let me begin with this. So begin afresh. So though have my support rate. Okay, so support and resistance already. So let me begin afresh. Let me remove everything, then we begin afresh. I showed us, okay, we don't know how to draw support and resistance. Okay, so what do I mean by resistance? Resistance, okay, it is the high of the market, okay, or the zone like which has been retested several times. Alright, so here in 4 hour we're having our highs of the market. Okay, it is this point. Right, so it is this point, though you try to zoom in or zoom out, so you see that this is the high of the market. Okay, in 4 hour, so you can mark this zone. Okay, you're gonna mark this high of the market. Okay, so you get your tools here. All right, you get this tool, the so-called horizontal ray. Okay, so you mark the high of the market like this. Okay, yeah. So and then another technique, okay, what you can do, you can go to line chart. Okay, you go to your line chart here, right, then you see, okay, so you see that you have this zone, okay, the high of the market. So just mark it, okay, that it has been retested several times. If you try to zoom in very well carefully, okay, you zoom in very carefully, you can see that the zone, this point has been retested several times. Right, several times, not one, not 2, but that is 1. Okay, then we have this point, this, right? Then lastly we have this. Okay, so meaning it has been retested several times. Okay, so that will be our resistance, okay, in 4-hour time frame. All right, that will be our resistance. So then let's get back. So we are going to use our horizontal ray. Okay, we're going to use our horizontal ray to draw it carefully, very well. So you do like this. Let's get back to candle. So for those who don't know how to do it, so you can zoom in. All right, you can zoom in carefully. Okay, you zoom in carefully, then you draw it accurately, very well. Okay, this no problem. Okay, the higher the market is fine. Then you mark it. Okay, and after you can lock it not to be disturbed. Okay, so after we marking our resistance, okay, then let's now draw our support. So it's the same concept. Okay, same concept applied to support. Okay, so we see down here market dropped down. Okay, then it formed a support. Okay, we have this low. Okay, you have the low of the market, this one here. Then though you check it, you see that the market has been retested several times. Okay, so that's support means market being retested several times and failed to break that very zone. Okay, so we see that this, okay, market came down, it came up, came down, came up, came down, so then it failed to break this zone. Okay, so that is it. So this is our support, is this one here. Okay, the low of the market. Okay, so we draw it, we get our tool, the horizontal ray, then we draw it. Okay, you mark it like this, and after you lock it. Okay, so then let us zoom in. Okay, let us zoom in, then you see, so probably we can see that already we got our resistance and the support here, as you can see. Okay, so what is next now? Okay, so we want to see like how this market will be. All right, so we want to use the 3 time frames we have, the 4-hour, 1 hour, and 15 for interest. We say that we normally get our interest on lowest time frame. Okay, so we use 1 hour. Why do you use our 1 hour? Okay, and also why do you use 4 hour? 4 hour is the highest time frame, right? We use 4 hour to know the overall market direction. Okay, then we use 1 hour to confirm. Okay, it's for confirmation what's being happened in 4 hours. So want now to confirm in 1 hour if it's something, right? Then lastly, 15 is for interest, right? Is for interest. Okay, then after you confirming what's happening in 1 hour, right, then you scale down to 15 time frame. Then you also draw the very same thing applied, support and resistance. Then you see what's happening in 15, then where you will execute your order. Okay, that is from. Okay, so let's go to, let us see, let's see the market came down to support here, then it formed what we call forming the higher high, higher low, right? Higher high, higher low, right? Then it came higher high, higher low. So it's now here. Okay, it is here now. Okay, so meaning it's on this zone, this very one here. Okay, this lower high. All right, it is on this zone, lower high here. Okay, though he used a line chart, okay, to see how it was moving. Okay, let's try to use line chart and see. Have you seen that? So it's forming higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Okay, so it's now going uptrend, right? So before here we see the market is now heading back to the resistance, right, to the highest point in the market. Okay, so meaning like to come like this. Okay, go up, drop down, then up to here. Okay, that's where we expect this market to move up. Okay, so whether to like for the future, all right, yeah, for the future, this market here, it reach up to this very zone. Okay, but now we focus on what's there, right? So we trade what is there, right? Okay, So uh, let's get back on chart. All right. Okay. So let's scale down to 1 hour time frame and see what's there. All right. So here we see markets now in uptrend, right? So same thing applied to 4 hour market was uptrend, right? Yeah. So we see market is in uptrend here. Okay. So but before that, we also use the same concept. As I said, that we confirm what's been happening on 4 hour. So in 1 hour here also, we will also do the same thing we did in 4 hour, right? So want to get our resistance here. Okay, what is it? Okay, so this is our resistance. Okay, so we see that also same thing applied. You can see that market, it has been playing in this zone for quite a time. Okay, that if you're having this zone as your resistance, okay, you can see that that let me draw it very well for you. Okay, right, so that is it. So what do I mean by this? So we see that market has been moving this zone for several times, right? It came up, came down, forming equal highs and equal lows, right? You see that? See that? So then it formed what we call a triple top, right? It formed what we call a triple top. I'm just saying that this, and that. Okay, so several times, because though you check your line chart, you can see that it's the same thing. We see that. So whenever we see this, okay, what comes into our mind, okay, as a trader, okay, if you have learned about the candlestick patterns, chart patterns, right? So what comes into your mind as you're in this market? Okay, what do you do next after seeing this kind of movement in the market? So meaning, so here already we're seeing it is triple top. Okay, all right. So now after seeing this, so then also let us also mark our support. All right. So meaning this our resistance. So market has failed to break above this zone, so it is still playing in this zone. Okay, meaning that sellers are getting strong in the market. Okay, buyers are now out of the market. So buyers took over the market. So they're now taking over the market. So, okay, so meaning that sellers are strong in the market, and meaning this market might drop down. Okay, so this market might drop down. Why? Because already we have got a lot of confirmation here. Okay, but before that, let's now draw our support. Then we see the real thing. Okay, so let us see. Okay, so where will be our support? Okay, where will it be our support? All right, so we are seeing that there are a lot of supports here to be drawn. Okay, but what's your where is your focus? Okay, what do you consider? Right, so before you going down, okay, market is up here, right? So we see it's an uptrend. Okay, so before focusing on lower zone, let's focus on the nearby ones. Okay, because we have this, right? We have this support, and also we have we have this and that. Okay, so there are three of them. Okay, so before you drawing this or drawing this or drawing that, what do you consider first? Okay, and where will market, if it to drop down, where will it reach first? Okay, that's our question, right? So now, but before that, we want to know the overall market movement. Okay, yeah, want to know the overall market movement. So we saw it's an uptrend. So here, let's see, try to zoom in very well. Okay, we see that market is in what? Uptrend. How? Okay, if you use your trend line, okay, you see the market is in what? Uptrend, right? Market is uptrend here. You can see that. Okay, it's an uptrend, right? So so we say that we also normally apply this trend line in our support and resistance. So I talked about that before, so that whenever you are trading support and resistance analysis, so you apply there your trend line, okay, to be inclusive in that. Okay. So now, and also how do you draw to a trend line? Okay, so then that will be our next topic later on, that how do we draw trend line, okay, in our support and resistance. Okay, so but before that, let's draw our support. Okay, so we have this zone, so this will be our support, right? Because we see like market been playing in this zone, a lot, right? Here came down, came up, came down. So this is a valid support, right? This is a valid support, okay, that market has been playing in it a lot. Okay, it failed to break it, so this is our support, okay, in 1 hour time frame. All right, so we mark the support. Okay, so you can either zoom in and then you draw it accurately very well. Okay, for those who don't know how to do it. Okay, so we can see that is a real valid support. Okay, yeah, the valid support. Okay, then so after drawing your support and resistance in 1 hour, okay, so we see market is here, right? Market is here. So before we go into 1 to 15 time frame, right? 15 minute time frame. So let's first see what happened here in 1 hour, right? So before market dropping down, it is here, right? So we have this, okay, that normally where do you get your interest from here? Okay, where is your focus? So we have this kind of zones all being, market has been playing in these zones, okay, came up, down, all that. Okay, so our focus can be here, right? Focus can be on these zones here, so we can mark the low of this market here, okay, this low of this market, okay, this one here, this, okay, that market has been playing in this zone, that before this zone, okay, it was this one here, okay, this one here. Market came, came up, broke up, came down, then moved up, then came back to the very support and failed to break it, right? So this is called a range market. Okay, this is a range market, or sideways, or consolidation. Okay, so it's a range market. That zone being played, that market being playing in the same zone for several times. Okay, so our focus now will be here before moving down. Okay, that for market to look for the next move, or to move to make a buy, or to make a sell. So we will focus on these zones, right? So we will mark it. Okay, we'll mark this. Okay, we'll mark this. We will mark this. Sorry, my network is a bit disturbing. Yeah, not stable. So we'll mark this. Okay, we'll mark this support, right, like that. Okay, so why do we mark this? Okay, we mark these key zones. Okay, so now these are called the key zones, right? So why do we mark these key zones? The question. Okay, so like that's like, we don't mark it anyhow, but we mark it for a purpose. Okay, that to guide us on next procedure, right? So we mark it that why that like when this market probably breaks below, okay, when it breaks below this zone, okay, when it breaks below this zone, though we saw that our sellers are in control of the market, yes, but where will our interest be from, and how, like where will we get our interest that when this market breaks below this zone, okay, below our low, okay, so it will come up for a reverse right here, and after it will drop down. Okay, so that's what we can see here probably, right? And it's what will happen. Okay, so we trade what we see. Okay, don't trade against the trend. Okay, so that when market breaks below this zone here, so it will, after breaking it, don't enter for an entry here, right? So wait for a second confirmation, okay, a reversal, okay. After breaking it, wait for reversal. Remember, we have a break and retest, right? So that another way of getting interest, okay. So when it breaks it, wait for the retest back on this recent zone, okay. Then you enter for a clean entry, okay, patiently, okay. That's called a patient entry, okay. Just be patient, market will do what you have done, okay. So that's how normally we do that, okay. Because like if you rush for entry right now here, okay, so there's what market can do, that like here, that this zone, like the market reaches here, okay, so it can do this, come back here, okay, you can come back, okay, you can come back and break above it, okay, and then make a retest back here after move up. You see that? So there are two things you have to consider, okay, two things you have to consider. The market coming here, then breaking above your resistance, okay, making it retest back to the resistance zone, then after pull back upwards. All right, so that is it. So normally you wait, okay, wait, know the time, know the time session, right, you are trading in, or where you have to get your interest from, okay. Like know that every time frame, or every time session, it is valid for interest. You have to know which time session varies you. All right, you have to know that, okay. So you make your analysis, okay. When market breaks that very zone you have marked, wait for confirmation again, then you enter an entry clearing, okay. So here we're in 1 hour, okay, but we can't make our interest on 1 hour, right? So we say that we make our interest on a small time frame, 15 or 30, right? So those ones, they can be a valid one, okay. So these are the two things, A and B, right? So let's take this as our this is plan A, okay, and plan B, okay. So you have to be keen, be patient, wait for what is happening next, because this is still a range market and we can expect market doing this, okay, playing on all of these zones, okay, making equal highs, equal lows, equal highs, equal lows, right, like that, okay. So we can see that, okay. Yeah, and remember before I told you that you have to know the market structure, okay, and there are 3 ways, okay. So market moving, like forming higher highs, higher lows, right, like this, okay, that one, and then market forming forming the lower lows and the lower highs, okay, lower lows and lower highs, like that, okay, that one. So you have to know that, right? And then also market also forming what, running in sideways, okay, forming equal highs, equal lows, equal highs, equal lows, right, equal highs, equal lows, like that, okay. So you have to know that, all right. So there are 3 things you have to consider, this, and that, right? So market running in 3 ways, all right. But for this would be another topic of ours again to go through the market structure, right? So today we're focusing on support and resistance and getting interest in it, all right? Okay, so let us scale down to 15, right? Yeah, to 15. But never forget that when market breaks these zones, you have to know where your TPs will be, all right? So there are a lot of TPs to look for, okay? There are very many of them, okay? Yeah, so let's go to our 15-minute time frame and see what's happening there in 15, all right? Let's see what's happening in 15. All right, so in 15 here, 15. So we're having already our zone being drawn. Okay, so we have the high of the market being drawn already. Okay, already we have it. Okay, we have the high already being drawn. Okay, so now let us see the support, right? Support of this market here. So whenever I try to zoom in very well, okay, when you zoom in very well, pretty well, okay, so as per now, we see here, we see that market is as per now here. All right, so we can take this as our support. All right, this as our support in 15. Okay, yeah, so we can take this zone. Okay, so we also mark it because it is very important. Okay, it is very important. So before moving for the last one, first consider the nearby or the recent low. Okay, before running for the last one. Okay, because it is very important. Okay, so we mark this. Okay, okay, so we are done marking that. Okay, we are done marking that, right? So it's very important. Okay, it's very important for that, because you know why? Like, because we saw that in 4 hours. So this zone we marked, all this one. Okay, this zone was one for the we say that when market breaks below it, probably we look for our interest that when it breaks it, retest back upward, and after a clean entry for sale. Okay, so now here we're in 15. Okay, yeah, so we're in 15 in the time frame. All right, so what are we seeing here? As per now, sorry, so we see that market is as per now here, right? So we're having this nearby support. All right, that what will happen here, that we see in this market, you know, reaching here. Okay, reaching here very well. Okay, back reaching to the support. Okay, then after making what we call a reversal. All right, reversal back. Okay, coming back to this. Okay, this zone, right? So then after dropping downwards. Okay, so that's what we are kindly seeing here. Okay, because this market here running for a sell. Okay, yeah, running for the sell because of, okay, and also we're seeing that same thing. Okay, this market has been in a lot of range market. Okay, has been in a range a lot, all that zone. So that's the range market. Okay, if you try to zoom in very well, then use your line chart. Have you seen that? Okay, so we see a couple of that. Okay, yeah, so that's why we mark this zone for a purpose, that we wait for this. Okay, coming here, placement back after dropping down. Okay, so that is it. All right, so in 15 we are seeing market is uptrend, right? So let us mark this zone. Okay, because the market has been, before this move happening, it was because of this, right? So we mark this zone also. Okay, we mark this also because it's very important for us. Okay, it will determine the next move downwards. Okay, for the market to move. Okay, so let us also mark it. Okay, because it's very important. Everything you see here in chart is very important. Okay, so never ignore it. Okay, so let us mark it. Okay, so I say that you can either, you don't have to do it very well, you can either zoom in very, okay, you zoom in, then you draw it carefully. All right, you zoom in and draw it carefully very well without any disturbance. Okay, so we can take this as our support. Okay, it's very important. Okay, so though we had our resistance here being drawn already, so then our support here. So what we're expecting here, that market to drop down. but where will it drop down? How? Okay, where would our interest be? That's the question. Okay, that's the question now. But as long as you have marked this zone, okay, this very one I've marked here, this is very important, so it will guide us. Okay, when it breaks it, below it, reversal, then entry, right? So then let's now plot our trend line. Then we see, want to see something, okay, something which you want to see here, right? So let us see. So want to know that, like, want to see how this market is. Okay, want to draw support. Okay, then we know where to get our interest from. Okay, so pretty well. So okay, then as I say that, you're drawing, like, you can pick a zone here which you want, but make sure look for the zone where market has been retested several times. So don't forget the explanation for our support. Support means a zone where market has been tested several times and without breaking it. Okay, so that is it. So this is good. Okay, market, you can also zoom in very well. So let me show you how to zoom in very well. Zoom in, then you draw it accurately very well. Okay, so you can mark it clean, right? You mark this. Okay, so though there are those like who like to use this tool here. Okay, this tool also is good, right? Really good. Also, you draw like this, then use this triangle, right? Like this. Sorry, this rectangle box. Then like this. So okay, also sometimes it helps you a lot. Why? Like you not be having a lot of a lot of dirty things on chart, okay, than drawing those horizontal ray lines. Very many. Just you draw on that one. Okay, that's zone positive, very important. Okay, so just you take it only. Okay, so it will help you also than having permanent line drawn on chart, because I say that the more lines on, the more things drawn on chart, so you'll be confused, right? So have you seen how clean it is? So it is a bit clean, right? So it's a clean chart. Okay, so make it clean and simple. Okay, then you'll get, actually, even like you like to, like, it won't be hard for you to get interest or to draw a support and this or your trend line. Okay, it won't give you a hard time. Okay, so let's draw our resistance. Let us draw our trend line. Okay, so then if you're drawing a trend line, so now as we began from here, okay, we began from our support. Okay, so we said, how do you draw that out? How do you draw our trend line? So you begin from support, then going upwards, right? So make sure it has to go through zones, okay, the current zones, right? So we have this, so we begin from here, from our support. Okay, then take it, so you can't take it like this, no, like here, no. Okay, so you go with the zone, okay, the available low. Okay, so like this. Okay, that one, right? So here we see this. Okay, it came through here. Okay, came through here, that. Okay, so that is it. Okay, so that's a really good one. And we say that, what's the meaning of that? That whenever like you draw a trend line and it passes through 2 to 3 touches, it is a really valid one. Okay, meaning it is strong zone. Okay, the strong zone. It is here, like there are 2 to 3. Okay, okay, so we see that everything, so it's a really valid one. Okay, a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's a strong zone. Okay, then reaching here, market broke our trend line. All right, so and when it breaks that, so what's the sign? Okay, it means what? It means like So breaking it means whenever it breaks it, okay, to break it, let me first remove this one. So when it breaks it, expect this, like this, okay. When it breaks it, okay, to make what we call a retrace, okay, a reversal. So like this. So let me draw it for you here like this. Okay, the rising wedge. It's called a rising wedge. Rising wedge. Okay. So that's how a rising wedge is. Okay. So like this. So now this is our market movement now. Okay. This is now our market movement like that. Okay. Okay. So when it breaks it below it, okay, breaks below the trend line, okay, like this, then to make what we call a retracement, okay, retracement back upwards, okay, back to the nearest zone, okay, then after it will drop down, okay. So that's how it is, okay, that's how it's normally being formed, okay. And other people, like, normally they do get their interest like this, so they mark here, then they consider this, okay. So that means that the intro will be there, the intro will be here, right here, that's where the intro will be. Then targeting this, okay, target now will be here, okay, then this will be the target, okay, like that. So now to be the same concept also apply to our current market movement right now. So that's the same thing we are seeing, okay. Yeah, so same thing we are currently seeing as per now, okay. So but now we have to be patiently, okay, we have to wait, as we say that let us trade basing on our analysis, okay. Don't trade against the trend, okay. So just wait, let the market do what it's doing, okay, then wait patiently, you wait for your zone, okay. All right, so let us wind up now. Okay, so time up now. You have understood this concept, okay. Yeah, this, so it's something here. All right, so though we drew this key zone in our 1 hour, so we say that when it breaks below this, okay, then after making the retracement, after we put our entry right below it, okay. So that is it. But because as per now we're still actually right now in Tokyo session, okay. So we know now, like for me as a trader, I normally trade during London session, London and New York, okay. So when the market, like it makes a valid, okay, or it breaks my zone as I did, okay. So and you find like when it breaks my zone in London session, that's when I'll get my interest from, okay. I don't rush for it, but I wait, I make my analysis very well, okay. Then actually I wait for the right time, okay. Yeah, wait for the right time, don't rush for entry, okay, because as a trader probably you're having a trade plan, okay. Every trader is having a trade plan, okay. So meaning follow your trade plan, okay. Follow your trade plan and you see everything working so smoothly for you, okay. Yeah, so that is what I can say, okay, because there's no trader who doesn't have a trade plan. There's no one, unless you're a gambler, okay. You only know that, okay, now market going up I buy, going down I sell, going, you know, so like that. Then even you'll be actually a real gambler that you'll make a lot of losses, okay, because you don't have a trade plan, okay. Risk management, you don't know anything, okay. And like whenever they ask you what's your trade plan, so you don't know how much are you risking, okay, which percentage are you risking. So if you don't know all that, probably you are now, you actually, let me say, You are nowhere to be counted. You are nowhere to be counted, by the way. So normally just wait for the right time, okay? Because as I said, at this market here, like this zone here, that even it can do what, it can come up back this very zone, okay, back here, all right? Because like it is still okay. Remember that I said that these keys normally will mark them, okay, not only to get our interest, but want to see how market is moving, okay? Because like market, can't skip this zone, okay? So meaning when it comes here, back this zone we have marked here, okay, like that, even it can make what, it can make this same movement here, okay, coming down, moving up, coming down, moving up, all right? So now that's what we can expect here. So making same movements, making the same equal highs, low, all like that, okay? So just be patient enough, you wait and let it do what it's doing, okay? But just know this trade, it is for a sell, right? Yeah, it is for a sell. There's no any doubt about that, because already according to the analysis we have made, so that is it. Because market has failed to break that zone for several times, okay, forming the triple top, so, and also in the sideways, so meaning we have a lot of confirmation, okay? So just be patient enough, wait for an session pitching, then we make our interest, right? Okay, so that is it. So I think for today we are done, all right? So let us wait for next time. Okay, thank you for being on this live, all right? I sign out. Remember, whenever you are in, it's not easy to get out. So thank you.